and the Ellis family, oh, so happy. So how come the jockeys, 7 of them have won, including James McDonald and Hugh Bowman and Karen McAvoy, a golden slipper. For Mark Zara, could he get a third major? The last person to do that, Scotty Seamer, in the one season. And I think Darren Beedman's the only other one actually to get the 3 in the one season. There's the trophy that says it all. Good on Mrs. Ryder for thinking of this name and making it the golden slipper. And Darren Beedman, who won a couple of himself, of course, and the mighty Ryan Moore there. What a lineup of jockeys we've got. A Willow there who won on Miss Finland so famously. And that's what Jamie Carr may try to do. Jamie and the Hippo having their first rides in the golden slipper today. Frosty's going to be happy he's out there because he's done so well. Hey, let's hear from Gay and the golden slipper because it means so much to her.
And the grey is going to make racing history. John Tape goes on and wins the golden slipper.
It's bounding away, coming away, and bounding away wins it.
Star Watch headed startling last close to home, and Star Watch has won the slipper.
Because of my father, T.J. Smith, who won 6 of them, the slipper held such a prominence in his life. An all-important race in our household growing up as a child. It sort of always got into my mind, that's the race I've got to concentrate on. That's the race I always want to win.
And it's the First Lady of Racing's first slipper, and she's rewritten the record book.
Gay is the absolute queen of the golden slipper.
She's a very good 2-year-old trainer, always has been.
Gay's got an incredible eye for a horse, picking young talent.
Well done. She's the best at the 2-year-olds.
They're like having little kids. It's a very enjoyable thing to do. It's lovely to train the 2-year-olds.
And Farnan, another one for Gay Waterhouse.
She seems to put a hard layer around her horses as yearlings.
She's got an incredible work ethic and drive.
And they're just great at educating, great at getting them out of the barriers, getting them up and running. You have to get it right with the 2-year-olds.
If they peak, can you keep them till slipper date? It's a matter of just being very observant of your horses.
Gate holes months ago, and Piero won it.
She knows what she wants to achieve, and she will not stop.
She's as good as anyone getting them ready.
They have to be the best of the best. They have to be strong, be it male or female.
But Overreach, a class above them, and Overreach wins the slipper.
They race up on speed.
And they have to have a toughness of mind and body. They have to be a supreme athlete.
And Stormboy is too good for them in the 2-year-olds.
Stormboy is an incredibly imposing individual.
But you can see what all the fuss is about.
If he wins the slipper, he's a $60 million stallion. He's got speed, he's toughness, he's big, he's strong, he's very good looking. It's been all about the slipper. That's all we've talked about, that's all we've thought about, that's all we've worked towards, and it would be a dream come true.
So you get an idea of the enormity of it all, don't you, when you hear Gay talking like that. And this is what Rosehill Gardens gets like. We said it gets a bit westy at this time of the day. It is a rawness that I love about this race. It is so Western Sydney, the golden slipper. How does he look, Stormboy, to you, Lizzie? Because everyone wants to know.
Well, he's very relaxed, and this is obviously something that we do, keeping them relaxed behind. So this is a swabbing area, so it's an area where you keep them away from the fillies. They keep their mind focused on the job at hand, just keep them moving, because sometimes when you stand still in the stalls, that's when they start playing up and they start noticing certain aspects of the day that really fire them up. So they're doing their very best to keep him cool, calm and collected before he enters the yard.
So well named, Richo, his mum Pelican and his grandmother Sea Change, and it all worked out so well. What a lovely name, eh?
And what a movie that was, Stormboy. And of course, for those that haven't got the memory of that old Australian classic movie back in the 70s, the Pelican there, and the movie name is Stormboy, beautifully named.
Well, the Hippo rode him in the Magic Millions. He's on Prost today, and the Hippo Adam Hieronymus is with Emma Freeman.
Adam Hieronymus finds himself on board Prost in the golden slipper today. You'd be very excited to have a ride in this, but I want to talk about the potential speed map. With the 6 Gay Waterhouse runners, you've all got speed, you've all got the ability to ping well. Tell me about how it's going to settle up there.
Yeah, well, look, they've all drawn well, the other runners of Gay and Adrian, so they're all going to hold forward positions. Look, I'm not very happy with the gate I've drawn, but they're the cards we're dealt with, and ideally I want cover. I want to save ground on the turn. I don't want to be 3 deep getting carted off the turn, because that's just not an ideal situation, but unfortunately that's the barrier we've got, and we've just got to make the best of it, and I'm going to have to give it my best ride.
Tell us about him as a colt.
Yeah, he's a beautiful colt. Goes about his job so well. Nothing's a bother for him. So with that in mind, hopefully I can use that to my advantage to find a nice spot, save ground on the turn, and come over the top of them late.
What would a slipper mean?
It'd be fantastic, like it'd be a dream come true, and to win it for Gain Adrian, especially this year when their 2-year-olds have gone so well and they've been so dominant, and then off the back of last year, obviously they had the favourite and it went amiss, so it'd be good to win it this year for them.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We talk about all the battles at the yearling sales, whether they be the Gold Coast or Easter or wherever. How much these horses have cost to get here today?
I couldn't afford a Hayasugi, and that's the $47,500 weanling purchase, let alone up to Bodyguard at $1.6 million ahead of Switzerland at $1.5 and Anisa. So $3 million purchases are in the Slipper and Holmes of Court right there, eyeballing that amount as well.
About 8 months ago, Gay went to the log cabin at Nepean River to sell some shares of Storm Boy. You can't write a script like this.
This is a very nice colt. Both these horses we thought long and hard what we would bring today. And we made sure that we brought horses that were precocious and would go early. As my father said as he got older, he said, don't buy me a stayer. He said, a man will be dead by the time it gets to the races. He said, buy me a sprinter, because he said, I'll train it to stay.
So 20% was bought that day, 1% by two groups of 10 people. That's only Gay.
Only Gay. And I tell you what, she talks a lot about theories and philosophies from her dad. He was wise beyond his years, TJ, wasn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Unbelievable.
And of course, the horse has become a little dearer since then, with Coolmore coming in. AJ Max on Switzerland, he's unbeaten. Can James get a second golden slipper? Here's Dan McPherson.
Switzerland, famous for snow-covered Alps. Roger Federer, beautiful mouth-watering chocolate. And it might just be the name of today's Golden Slipper winner, ridden today by one of the best in the world, one of our favourites. J-Mac, how are you, buddy?
You can add the fastest 2-year-old in the land to that list.
You've been very high in your praise of Switzerland, the horse. Tell us about it.
Yeah, he's really good. He's a no-fuss sort of fella. He'll parade brilliantly as he always does. He hasn't missed a beat. He's moving sweetly, and yeah, he's ready to run the race of his life.
How does that then differ to a horse like Storm Boy, who's also unbeaten going today?
Well, he's probably the X factor. He's been there, done it in high pressure races. We've all got to come to his level, but this is a Golden Slipper. There's a fair few that could go to his level, so it'll make it a good race. But he is the benchmark at the moment.
1,200 metres here at Rosehill. Every horse pretty much at their grand final, and 2-year-olds. How do you run it? What's it like out there?
Well, it's helter-skelter. It's brutally run. It's very fast. Any wrong decision could be costly, and you don't have time to recover. It's a pretty quick run to the first bend, whip around it, and then it's whips are cracking from then on. So, look, we're hopeful for a smoothly run race, and if we can get a little bit of a clear air with 300 to run, they'll know he's there.
Fantastic, mate. You get it that way, you might just get the chocolates. Would you like the chocolates?
I feel like I'm winning already.
There you go. J-Mac, have a great day, mate. Cheers, pal.
That is so cheesy. That is only Dan. Here he is. He's unbeaten. A son of Schnitzel, 3 for 3.
Oh, what a horse he is. And I can't believe the increase we've had in our props department, that we've now got chocolates. Switzerland, you can see a scenario where Storm Boy, 200 metres from home, is in front and off and away, with Switzerland charging at him late.
And that's Moore and McDonald. And the other big story, it's Waller and Waterhouse. And when you have a look at their careers, I mean, Gay started earlier, we know. So they're both on 159 Group 1s. Gay's got 9 majors and Chris has got 8.
Wow, so he wins this, he equals the majors and goes 1 ahead of Gay.
Yet if Gay were to win, then she gets 1 ahead of him. But she does something else, Richo, that's really quite special. She wins the Golden Slipper for the 8th time. Now, Bart won 7 Caulfield Cups and TJ won 7 Cox Plates. Only Bart has won a single race more times if Gay were to win the Golden Slipper for the 8th in terms of the majors.
Her greatness is just quite incredible, isn't it? And appropriately in Australian Racing Hall of Fame, she was elevated to legend status, and we just have to cherish every moment that we have with Gay in our sport.
Yeah, absolutely. These are the greatest names. I mean, Smith, Waterhouse, Cummings, Waller, that's what we're talking about. And look, I don't think it's an exaggeration at all. I think this is the finest group of 2-year-olds we've seen in the modern era, and I'd back it in against just about any.
Yeah.
There were 7 or 8 runners in the first one that Todman won. This race is really the championship of the world. It's the biggest grand final, I think, at Australian racing. It's when the 2-year-olds come together. WA viewers, Switch over to 7 now for the Golden Slipper Stakes. For those viewers in Western Australia that might have just joined us, your timing is perfect. The Golden Slipper runners are in the mounting yard. We've already had a spectacular day of racing. Let's talk about some of the big jockeys and what it might mean for them to win a Golden Slipper. Can he go back-to-back Ryan Moore? He's got 187 Group 1 wins. He's won 3 Australian majors. J-Mac was second to him last year. He's wanting to upend Ryan today. Can Huey only becomes the 4th jockey to ride in 20 Golden Slippers? What about the Hippo and Jamie Carr having their first ride? They both had sensational seasons, and previous winners Frosty Lane from WA, Willow, Kieran McAvoy, K-Mac and Blake Shin. It is really a stellar cast, whichever way you might look at it. So let's go into the mounting yard for the Golden Slipper Stakes. And we're going to start with the horse that everybody, Lizzie, has been talking about for months, Storm Boy.
Well, here he is, the unbeaten colt. He's pretty special when you look at him. We've heard Gay talk about him time and time again, about how strong he is and how physically masculine. And that's what I see of him every time he steps out. What I do love about him is he's very professional, even though he has to have that stallion chain on just to keep him settled and relaxed. He seems to really know it's game day. Today is no different. He looks pretty much spot on, and of course he's going to be the hardest to beat.
Well, everyone's going to be happy with that, Lizzie. That's a tick of approval. Always nervous, waiting for these horses to come in. Richo fully wins the Millennium with a lot of money, goes to Canberra, doesn't win the Black Opal.
Yeah, and I think the Black Opal form versus the Golden Slipper form is totally different gravy. So Sammy Clipperton's got an important role to play because he draws barrier number 1. Does he jump quickly? Does he up and put speed into the race? Who will lead the race will be interesting. It might be Shangri-La Express, who might be faster than him. He jumps from 3. He's a massive price, a horse who won the Golden Gift so impressively.
That Golden Gift sort of gives you that early ticket, doesn't it, into this race. So he'll run well. He always runs well. So Gay 1, 2 and 3 with Adrian. And then we come to the McAvoy Ruta Royale. They've already had a sensational day with V8. He's a maiden. Only 2 maidens have won. No horse has actually started from barrier 13. It's the only barrier that hasn't won a Golden Slipper.
And the blinkers go on him for the very first time. He was second in the sires behind Traffic Warden. Flying Spur in 1995 was the last to come through that VRC sires and win. I think this guy's a terrific roughie. Craig Williams takes the ride. Jamie Carr rode him, beautiful ride, when he was able to win the sires, when he shot across from an outside barrier, led, kicked and was impressive there behind, and Ruta Royale chased him. I think he will run better than the price suggests.
Straight Charge could have been favourite for the Magic Millions. I mean, there wasn't much between him and Storm Boy. He missed the Magic Millions, came back, was impressive, and then got rolled over by Switzerland in the Todman. So Switzerland's knocked over a lot of Gay's troops so far, not the big general yet. Lizzie, let's have a look at Switzerland.
Another unbeaten colt, and wow, hasn't he made a real mark for himself. His few runs in this preparation have been absolutely breathtaking, and not only that, he's a horse that to me looks as though he could get to another level. He's so relaxed and switched off, and he's also very different to Storm Boy. He's a lot more athletic looking. He doesn't carry as much condition, so he's not as imposing, I suppose, but nor was Snitzel, and he won a Golden Slipper.
Mark Zara's already won a Caulfield Cup and a Melbourne Cup this season, Richo. He goes on to a horse that was, I think, had a real star next to his name last start, Bodyguard.
Oh, I thought he ran superbly, considering he had a good gap between runs, because remember, he was vetted out because of the way he walked leading into the Blue Diamond. He can run some sort of race, and I've made him my best roughie in the race. Doubling down, well, backs up. I don't necessarily like the backup for the 2-year-olds.
Shinzo did it last year
in
exactly the same race, but it hadn't happened for a long time before that, so I'm with you a bit. But look, the stable's in form. Yeah. They're in form. They'll be confident. Does that help a horse? I don't know. Coleman, did he do enough last week?
I thought he ran well, but he's still, for mine, a slight query at the end of the 1,200 metres, but he's got Kieran McAvoy on top, who won the race with Sepoy back in 2011. He ran well. He's a terrific colt. Holmes of Court, look at the price he is. I mean, he's won a Black Opal. Before that, he was eyeballing High Octane and also Bodyguard. He cost nearly $1 million. beautifully bred colt by Capitalist. He'll run well.
It shows you the strength of the race.
Yeah.
How strong this. Hippo spoke to Emma about Prostomonia. He's a lovely horse. He was second behind Storm Boy in that Skyline.
And can he turn that around? I don't think so, but you can certainly mount a case that he can run into the minor money.
And now we come to one of the most interesting runners in the race. The first of the fillies. Lizzie, tell us how the Blue Diamond winner looks, Hayasugi.
Well, here she is, the Blue Diamond winner, Hayasugi, and she has caused quite the impression when you have a look at her in the yard. I have always admired her, but I'm going to hand over to someone else who knows a lot more about her, and that's Ali McDonald. How is she? Are you really happy? Is it the same as the Blue Diamond?
Yeah, we're really happy with her. She's travelled up beautifully. She's gotten bigger, stronger. Honestly, couldn't be happier with her.
How's the nerves?
Oh, not great. To be honest.
Oh, good luck. Best of luck.
It's one of those days. They shouldn't be great, the nerves right now, but it means so much. Lady of Camelot's been, well, sensationally back, to be truthful. Her run on the Blue Diamond was extraordinary. She's trialled brilliantly since.
And it comes down to barriers, Bruce, because Hayasugi draws wide, so Jamie Carr needs to sprinkle some miracle dust to get a good run with Hayasugi, whereas Lady of Camelot pings out of the barrier. Blake Shin puts her right there on speed, and I think that the punters think that that is a recipe for success.
Look at Manal. We didn't think she'd be this price after she won her prep race. She was so impressive.
Yeah, she won the Sweet Embrace, and she's been competitive with Lady of Camelot. She's a terrific filly, but the reason she's the price she is, look at the barrier she's got to jump from.
And the $1 million filly 1.1, and now she ran well in the Blue Diamond. 12 colts, 4 fillies. It's the first time this century that not at least 5 fillies have been in the Golden Slipper. It has been such a long time since with her knee. She's in the Southern Highlands. We're going out there now. Kate Waterhouse, lovely daughters with Gay.
So, Mum, you have 6 runners. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling very excited. I can't tell you. I'm, ready to rock and roll. I just hope one of them, if not the 6 of them, can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, we can't wait. We'll be cheering next year.
Oh, you're cheering very loudly, Kate.
Years ago, we remember during COVID with Farnham and that cheer for Gay. So, well, what about Chris Waller? He's already had an enormous day. He's got Switzerland, the other unbeaten colt in the race. Let's go and join him. He's with Emma Friedman.
Yeah, Bruce, Chris Waller with Switzerland, your last year's Golden Slip winning trainer. You've already had a great day out. I want to know what you've done with this horse all throughout this preparation to keep building, to keep getting stronger, to keep getting bigger, because that's what he's done.
Pretty simple. We've let him be a horse. He's a young man, teenager, and we've just given him confidence, not disappointed him, not given him a challenge too hard, and just slowly lifted the bar. With that, food intake comes up. You can imagine a young teenager eating 2 chickens a night. It's similar to that. He's eating well and thriving, and that to me suggests that he's enjoying his job, and he's a happy horse.
You look really confident to me, though, going into this. I mean, you know what it takes to win a slipper now. Does he have what it takes to win the greatest 2-year-old race on this planet?
Well, we'll see shortly. I only concentrate on my horses, and hard to concentrate on the other horses. I know Storm Boy's in the race. I couldn't tell you many other horses, because it's all about our horse, our team, and making sure we've got it right today. So that gives us confidence to know we're well prepared.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Insight into a genius, and he is a genius. Lizzie, oh boy, pick of the yard for the Golden Slipper.
Well, I thought it was going to be really, really tough, but it's actually been a little bit easier than I thought, because Hayasugi looked an absolute standout. For a filly, I know, look, everything's against her. It's not the right gate, but as far as looks alone, she was a real standout. I'd have to say Storm Boy, just a touch in front of Switzerland as far as looks are concerned. Storm Boy's that big, strong colt, whereas Switzerland's a little bit more athletic. But as I mentioned, so was Schnitzel.
Well, a lot of money for Hayasugi, the pick of the yard. Ben, does she get into the frame for the hot horse?
Not quite, but into $10, and actually the worst result from a tab side of things now, given the price. But the hot horse is Storm Boy, majority of the money there, almost twice as much now as what we're seeing for Switzerland, and about 44% of the whole.
Okay, Dan, I reckon you're down in there, and I think you're going to talk to Adrian Bott.
That's exactly right, Bruce. The energy is palpable down here. Adrian Bott, not 1 but 6, as we've heard. Gay watching on at home. Hi, Gay. Quick recovery to you. I was in there with the owners of Fully Lit. They are fully lit, and they will be even more so if that horse gets up. What can you tell us about Fully Lit?
Look, well and truly be a popular victory, no doubt. They can tear the place down. They've got the ability to do that, but he's a very unassuming horse. He's not the biggest horse that paraded here today, but he's one of the toughest ones that we're bringing. So he's drawn to get the right run, and yeah, as I said, it'll be tough late.
Without giving too many secrets away, but what are the keys in getting multiple horses, multiple 2-year-olds to a grand final like today?
Yeah, look, we've just sort of had to take them through their respective paths, and that's all been set individually for them. They've all required a different lead up, so hopefully we've been able to take them through the right target races to get them here to peak on the big day.
Your grand final's about to kick off, mate. All the very best.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Oh, what a moment, and here's Gay here watching on with Katie and also the family. You can see Robbie in the background there. He's so often in the background, but what a intelligent brain he has when it comes to horse racing. Emma, down to you. I think you're with somebody who might be nervous.
Yeah, final word with Clinton McDonald and Hayasugi. She has blossomed since that Blue Diamond win.
Yeah, she's done an amazing job. She's come here, improved filly, and we're all excited to be here.
What would it mean to win a slipper, something that is very dear to the heart of your family?
It would mean everything, and we'll discuss it after the race.
Okay, I love the confidence. Enjoy it. Good luck.
No worries. Thanks, Evan.
So the day his dad trained the winner, he went to the pub in the morning and had a few before he came here because he felt like that was the only way he could handle it. Clint said, I'm not doing that. I'm going to have a few after. Here's your pick of the yard. She is a magnificent filly, isn't she, for Jamie Carr and Clint?
What would it mean for Jamie Carr as well to be able to take out another Group 1, a feature 2-year-old? Look, as I said, just a standout as far as looks are concerned. But this is also about these 2 unbeaten colts. They're going to go toe-to-toe with 2 great trainers, and not only that, 2 superstar jockeys.
And here's one of them coming in, James McDonald. So it has been an amazing build-up. It is the grand final. It's the world's richest 2-year-old race. It's the most important race in so many ways in Australia. We've seen some great golden slippers over the years. I don't think we've seen an epic in terms of the build-up quite like this. What unfolds over the next minute and 10 seconds will be life-changing. Here's Darren Flindell.
Ready to go. Set. Racing, Storm Boy was second last out of the gates, now third last. Straight Charge hit the gates running. Handlebars down, Shangri-La Express, Lady of Camelot there. Dublin Downs rushing forward out deep on the outside of Holmes a quarter. And now Storm Boy's recovering about 6th and 7th behind them. Further back to Coleman, Traffic Warden the rails. Switzerland's next. 2 further back to Bodyguard, then Prost on the rails, a length and a half to Anisa. Further back, Rue de Real from Manal, and Hayasugi's last of all. So Shangri-La Express went up inside, Straight Charge to lead. Shangri-La Express, a neck to Straight Charge. Dublin down, 3 wide third, followed by Fully Lit, Lady of Camelot. Now Storm Boy is cluttered up behind runners. On the outside, Holmes a Court, Traffic Warden, and Switzerland in the middle of the ruck. Into the straight, Shangri-La Express just in front of Straight Charge. Going up the inside, Fully Lit and Storm Boy. Lady of Camelot behind them, 3 lengths away to Switzerland. And wide out, Coleman running on. Storm Boy's got the run on the inside. Coleman wide out with Lady of Camelot. It's Coleman, Lady of Camelot. Coleman ahead in front to Lady of Camelot. Coleman, Lady of Camelot. The lady dives and Lady of Camelot got up. Lady of Camelot, a spectacular win in the Golden Slipper. Beat Coleman. And third, Storm Boy in front of Traffic Warden. Further back then to Manal, making good headway from Prost, Straight Charge, Switzerland, Dublin down, Shangri-La Express, Anisa, Bodyguard, Holmes a Court, Rue de Real and Hayasugi.
Have a look at that, Gay. Storm Boy, he can't win. Oh, the filly. She's 1 1/8. She's 1 1/8. Golden Slipper. Blake Shin gets a second. Brutal. Absolutely brutal Golden Slipper. Storm Boy missed the kick. Had his chance maybe in the straight. Coleman nearly pulls off the heist. The filly comes through to win for Blake Shin. And Gay and Adrian do it again. And Gay gets to 160 Group 1s. 8 Golden Slippers.
Quite remarkable. I'm so happy for Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott because they had such a strong arsenal. We'll unpack the rest of the team as we go through, but it looked as though Coleman was going to be able to really pinch it. You saw he surged clear, and then Lady of Camelot, ridden off the speed like we've seen her ridden in a recent trial, was able to give her very best. She actually deserved that, considering what she's been able to do in a Blue Diamond, run second in a Blue Diamond and then go on and win a Golden Slipper. I'm not sure what to make of the rest of the field. There's so much more to unpack. As you mentioned, Stormboy had his chance. Switzerland looked as though he just was off the bit the entire race, and there were some really good runs in behind as well. But it was the most brutal Golden Slipper and the toughest one.
That blue diamond has just stood up left, right and centre, hasn't it? So 14-10. Let's go back to the Southern Highlands, and we're just going to shush for a second.
Where's Stormboy? On the fence. Oh, on the fence. Yeah, I see. Come on, Stormboy. Come on. He's on the fence.
Stormboy's got the run on the inside. Coleman wide out with Lady of Camelot. It's Coleman. Lady of Camelot. Coleman ahead in front to Lady of Camelot. Coleman. Lady of Camelot. The lady dives, and Lady of Camelot got up. Lady of Camelot.
Incredible! I'm so happy. Congratulations, Mum. How does that feel?
I'm not sure we've ever seen anything as good as that. Ever. That makes us all want to cry. Richo, Adrian probably hasn't seen it. We've just seen some of the most remarkable, I think, pieces of television in our lifetime.
Well, Adrian Bott, describe the emotions going through your head, mate. You've just won another Golden Slipper.
Yeah, look, fantastic. We've spoken on numerous occasions throughout the week what this race means to the stable, the industry, the public. It's a great race to win. So delighted to be able to do that once again, and alongside a special person in Gay Waterhouse, who I have to thank so much for so much of the career and the partnership that we've been able to do together. And yeah, it's a great achievement. She's gone to another level again with, I think, 8 slippers for her now. So it's delighted. All the team have worked hard, and been delighted.
Give us the insight, mate. When the barriers open and Stormboy's a little slow away, who were you watching throughout that race?
Yeah, look, I guess that's sort of where it's, like you said, the emotions. It's hard to know where to look. It was probably race change complexion there pretty quickly. With him sort of missing the start, so sort of had to watch him sort of try and pick up, and I lost track of the others in that point. And the way the track's been playing, it's been difficult for him to sort of come up the inside. So she's been very brave to do that as well. And great ride by Blake Shin.
Yeah, I was watching you, and you looked like you didn't know where to look, and then different types of emotions. Let's concentrate on this winner. Tell us about this girl.
It's quite phenomenal. Sir Armin Glenn, delighted for him. He's put so much into the industry. Homebred for him. We trained the mare. I think this is the 3rd foal out of her. They've all been stakes winners, all been 2-year-old stakes winners. She's obviously been the best of them now, but special thrill for him, I'm sure, to not only own it, but to breed it with a family that's got such a heavy involvement in.
Okay, you know, an opportunity to chat to Gay as quick as possible?
I will, no doubt. I haven't yet. Still trying to work out what just happened.
Mate, an extraordinary achievement. You should be really, really proud to have so many runners, to bring them through and to get the victory. Well done.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Marvellous. What a golden slipper it turned out to be. So Stormboy getting up on the fence, about to take the lead. You can see Lady of Camelot making her run. She's 4 off the fence, 3 off the fence. Coleman's got his head in front, still got his head in front. Shin rides for dear life and wins a 2nd golden slipper. Adrian gets 2 and Gay gets 8. Thought Coleman was remarkable, and Stormboy ran a beauty considering that he missed the kick and Ryan had to ride him hard. Emma, down to you.
Yeah, well, she's got half the field, so
stuff,
right.
Blake. That is just amazing to witness. Her bursting through that pack. Tell us what that feels like, because that was one of the best finishes to a slipper I think we've ever seen.
Yeah, it was very exciting. I was getting held up there for a bit, but I just had to bide our time, wait for the opportunity to present. And when it did, she really let down well. I had the horse to quicken, and we just needed the gap. And look, she was great. I'm just so happy.
That trial, we spoke about it earlier, where she was ridden with a sit and she was able to explode. Whose genius was that to come up with that? Because in every other race we've seen her on speed, and we've seen her dominate on speed, even in the Blue Diamond, but she's better from behind. She's a weapon.
She is. Look, it just happened like that in the trial, and we learned a lot about her. So it gave me confidence and the stable to be able to execute that going into today. She broke really well, and when I was able to get that position, everything was just going to plan nicely. I just needed the gap to happen, a little bit like Capitalist when I won on him in 2016, but we got it and she did the rest. It was really special.
This is a special race for jocks. Tell us what it means to now be a 2-time winner of the Golden Slipper. Few have done that.
It means a lot. Obviously, this is one of the majors. And I think more so it means a lot this time because I've done it for Adrian and in particular Gay. She's at home watching with a lot of people, and yeah, she brought me to Sydney, and to come back from Hong Kong and her to give me a chance with Sir Owen Glenn, Stevie O'Connor, Newgate Farm, they born and raised this horse, Henry Field. This is going to make a lot of people happy.
Congratulations, Matt. I can see how much it means, and I hope tonight you soak it up and you're able to really enjoy it because they don't come around too often.
They don't. No, it's going to be. We're on a flight to Hong Kong, but we'll enjoy it when we get back.
Yeah, maybe a champagne in 2 days' time. Well done, mate.
Thank you so much.
How's this? So he's won a Melbourne Cup for Bart, and he's won a Golden Slipper for Gay as well as Peter Snowden. Incredible, eh?
Yeah, well, he touched on the reason why he is here is because he came from Victoria, from Gay Waterhouse brought him up here. So to be able to repay them with this Golden Slipper is very special.
Let's go back and join Kate with Gay Waterhouse, her mum.
Mum, that was truly incredible. Your 8th Golden Slipper. Congratulations.
Oh, my darling one, so exciting. And Blake had asked me just about 4 weeks ago, is there something for me in the slipper? And I spoke to Adrian about Lady of Camelot, because he'd ridden English when she ran second in the slipper, so he sort of knew the way to ride it. The filly's form out of the Blue Diamond was so strong, and the way things panned out, it just sort of today played for the 2 kilos less than the boys, but nothing can be taken away from Storm Boy. Now you see him here, he's just so strong and so trying so hard. Is just the way, as they say, it's the way the cards fell today.
Well, I know we're not at the track, but the atmosphere here is truly incredible. I'm shaking. I'm so excited for you. So it's been a great day.
Oh, fabulous, darling. I'm thrilled to be here with you, Kate and Luke and the family. It's just lovely, really lovely.